Good morning and welcome to this mindfulness practice. We're going to do a mindfulness practice today using sound, okay? And I have my rattle here, my beautiful rattle that goes and partners with my beautiful drum. Not going to be using my drum today, but I'm going to be using the rattle now and again. So just to let you know that, okay? It's not a sign to come back. It is more a point of inquiry. So first of all, we're going to settle in. We're going to make ourselves comfortable. We are going to meet ourselves in a position of comfort. Last thing I want you to be is suffering, thinking that you will be gaining more from entering or maintaining a point of discomfort. Okay? We are not seeking discomfort. We can step towards our edge without doing that. And in fact, we might be in a place of discomfort and use some of the techniques that we're invited to use during this mindfulness practice as a tuning out of discomfort and just coming to a liminal space. Okay, so we talk of liminal in yoga nidra, and even though we won't be doing a nidra practice today, I think sometimes with mindfulness there can be a practice and a crossover in that practice. So bring yourself just to that position of comfort. If you need any cushions or anything to enhance your comfort, maybe your back's a bit achy today, in a sitting position. So you think, actually, my lower lumbar could do with something else there, something else resting against that, or against your shoulders, or in the crook of your neck, not to extend the natural curvature, but just to be there. And then just gently close your eyes. And just revisit that invitation of comfort. And just see if it's still there. It's okay to then reopen your eyes and just check that my comfort is also sought with my vision. So if there are familiar things that make you feel comfortable and you want to open your eyes at any point during the mindfulness practice, I invite you to do that, to see them, to acknowledge them, and then to restfully defocus from them, or to close back down your eyes. And just scan through your body with your eyes closed to start with. Just noticing where there is a vibration of pain, however intense, Not to stay there, but to continue that scan through from head to toe, just to see if you need to move slightly. This moving might bring some tingling. Makes me tingle when I do this. And I can feel as I slow my temperature dropping. So then just scan again. It's the invitation to find those points of tension. And just to be mindful of where they exist in the body at this moment in time. And then from there, make the intention or the determination for this period of this practice, not to follow concerns about things other than being here within this practice, paying attention to what you're doing, what my voice suggests as an instruction. So you're going to be here for about 20 to 30 minutes. You don't have anything else other than this practice to concern yourself with. Just the sounds and thoughts of the practice. Just making an intention to maintain a willingness, a receptiveness, an openness to the experience of what is, of what comes to you, of what arises and then passes away. Now turn your mind to sound. Be attentive to any sounds or vibrations that are manifesting for you right now. So let the sound come to you. See yourself as a mountain. Sound the weather. Be alert, but relaxed, and receive the sound. So there might be sounds of traffic, which fade in and out. Maybe the sound of machinery, wind, or maybe rain against the window pane, or the fridge as it starts up. Be attentive to the sounds. Perhaps you can hear a vibration. Sounds like a paradox. The hum of silence. And then notice how maybe you create labels for the sounds or around the sounds, such as a dog barking, traffic, birds, people talking, music, inviting you to see if you can identify the music from the category within the catalogue that exists in your mind. See if you can step away from that. Don't struggle with labelling the pictures, but distinguish the sound from the label. Just being mindful of sound as sound, letting the label or picture fade to the periphery of your awareness, and then directing your attention back to the sound or vibration. Whatever the sound, allow yourself to hear. Hear the sound as vibration rising and then passing away, like a heart rhythm. Moment to moment. Just notice whether in your mind's eye or your field of perception you're labelling the sound. And if you're labelling the sound, are some sounds unpleasant? Some sounds neither. It's just a sound. Or some sounds. Are you labeling them as pleasanter? Notice that you might start commentary in your head, labeling the sounds as good, bad, a wanted sound, an unwanted sound, yes or no to those vibrations and sounds. Okay, not okay. Notice the judgments without struggling with them. So don't judge a sound and then judge yourself for judging a sound. Just remain with seeing the judgment of sound and then let it go. By bringing your attention actually back to the sound. So you don't need to distract yourself with something else. You've already been distracted by going to the judgment. Bring yourself back to the actual sound. Sound now arising, now changing, now passing away. Notice, if you can, the beginning, the middle, and the end of each sound. And listening to one sound and allowing it to merge with another sound. Just listening to the silence. You might be hard of hearing in one ear or the other. You might have completely different hearing. You might have tinnitus at a different volume, either really loudly or a low vibrational tinnitus. And it might vary from ear to ear, from left to right. And it also might vary depending on your exertion prior to the practice. Or maybe you can hear very little apart from the vibration. And maybe you hear that vibration change as we go further and further into the practice. Maybe you hear the vibration drop slightly and expand as you relax. Very often when that happens, there can be a physical shift within the pelvis, like a very locked area of the body where we hold emotion from left to right. Sometimes when we hear the silence, when we're listening to the vibration, we hear that vibration suddenly expand, we can feel the pelvis drop. And we think, that vibration sounds different. It's because you're relaxed. You've let go. And again, the heart rate will change. The respiratory rate will slow. If you need sleep, the body's own adaptogenic homeostasis will probably mean you're already asleep. constantly in that openness to sound and vibration. That is just that invitation to not judge ourselves or judge the sound, not label it and therefore judge it, not label ourselves for what we need. If we need rest or if we need energy, to label ourselves as good or bad. Then just making the intention to return fully to the body, to have that deepening or physical sensation, and to feel those points of contact with the surface, with the sound. To have those points from our head down to our toes reawakened, and to bring ourselves back into the body. To scan through and bring ourselves back from head through chest and hips and knees and arms and legs and feet. And then scanning backwards, same as we did at the beginning of the practice, just scanning through, just noticing if there's still tension. If during the practice we've managed to let go of some of that tension. And then just feeling our feet, balls of our feet, the heels, the calves, knees, thighs, hips, the whole torso, the shoulders, the chin, the back of the head, the very top of the head, whole of our body, the north, the head, the feet, the south, the left and the right, the arms and legs as east and west. Just bringing some contact with ourselves. Just maybe that contact being saliva, maybe we want to swallow, we want to yawn and maybe stretch, or just hum. Knowing that the sound is outside as it is within, opening our eyes with that downward gaze that I talk of, letting the colours in gradually, maybe moving Our hands may be a large motion, maybe a very gentle contraction. I'm returning to our day when we're ready. Thank you very much for joining me today. See you soon.